guys, this is Julia and welcome to Convos with Julia. Before I get into the questions today, I just want to mention something. This past week was the 1-year anniversary of Convos with Julia. So stick around to the end of this video where we're going to have a little flashback of the best moments of Convos with Julia in the past year. And with that, let's jump into the questions. So the question for today is, what is school like blind and what do people think of me? So right off the bat, I'm just going to say I don't go to a special school and I don't go to special classes within my school. I go to regular school, regular classes. Class-wise, school is the same for me as it would be for anyone else. Although I do have 3 classes in a semester as opposed to 4 because I need a class which is called a resource period, where basically I learn how to use the computer and stuff and I do homework and I do a bunch of stuff that I couldn't do in any of my other classes. And in having that extra period, like since I have the resource period, I will have to be doing high school in 5 years because I won't have enough credits to graduate when I otherwise would, which will be next year. As for getting around in my school, I'm pretty independent now. I mean, when I started high school, I wasn't as independent because I didn't know the school, so I needed someone to help me learn how to get around the school in grade 9. But now I know pretty much everywhere in my school, so I'm pretty independent. And trust me, everyone knows when I'm coming down the hallway because they hear that cane tapping back and forth. So if you're wondering how I get my schoolwork and stuff, basically my teachers will email it to a Brailleist that we have, whose job is to put stuff into Braille, and she will make it accessible for me by putting it into Braille. And from there, it goes onto my Braille Note Touch, and then I can just read and write like anyone else would. Well, there are some units that putting things into Braille becomes more difficult, like some units in math and a lot of units in science, because you kind of need to be able to see the stuff in those units to understand it, and you can't really put it into Braille. It just doesn't really work, and it makes the class a lot more difficult. So yeah, generally, I know how to get around the school, I know where my classes are, I get my work translated, and it's all good. I succeed. I do well. I hope. So now for the part about how people treat me at school. Well, generally, for the most part, people treat me nicely. Like, they'll say hello to me in the halls and stuff, but that's all they'll do. Like, they won't go past that. Most people won't try to get to know me, necessarily. Like, they'll just say, hey, Julia, and that's it, and then they'll walk away. There aren't really many people that will, like, make an effort to have a conversation with me or sit with me at lunch or anything. I feel like most people think that if they say hello to me, that's good enough. You know, they're making an effort to talk to me by just saying hello in the hall. That's not to say that I don't have any friends, because I actually have some close friends. It's just that there are still times where I like sit alone at lunch and stuff, or I feel excluded from things. Another thing that some people that I've went to school with do is I feel like they do things that they think will benefit me, like speaking extra loud when they're talking to me. Like oftentimes people will talk and they'll speak extra loud. I'm like, and in my head I think like, you know, I'm not deaf. Or like if someone's going sighted guide with me, which I kind of get this, because if it's new to you, whatever, you don't know what you're doing, but people will often ask me like, am I going too fast, you know, and they'll walk extra slow. But really, I don't need people to walk extra slow when they're guiding me, you know, I can walk at a normal speed. And another thing that kind of bugs me like a lot is when people don't speak directly to me. Like if I'm hanging out with a friend or something and someone approaches us, you know, they would sooner talk to that person, or like whoever I'm with, like I'm with my family or whatever, they'll come up to the person I'm with and ask them questions for me instead of talking directly to me. Like, for example, like in class, some people may say to like someone I'm with, hey, does Julia want to be my partner for this assignment? And I think to myself, like, why couldn't they just ask me? Like, I'm right there. I understand people might be a bit uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable for me when people ask other people for me. I'm a normal person, you know, you don't need to be scared of me. I don't bite. So that was the question for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. But let's get into this 1-year anniversary of Convos with Julia. So as I mentioned before, we're gonna do a little best moments of Convos with Julia in the past year. And that's gonna feature, you know, some funny moments, cringy lines, you know. Enjoy! Hey guys, this is Julia and welcome to Convos with Julia. In these videos, I'm gonna be answering questions that you may have wondered about what it's like to live life blind. Hey guys, this is Julia and, whoa, that sounded mad. How do I know if something has gone missing in my house, room, or classroom, and how do I find it? Ben. All right, so, anyway, and then this is the cane that I have now. So, last question is, can I purposefully move my eyes in a certain direction? No. Ben is gonna like say a certain direction for me to move my eyes in, and let's see if I can actually move them how he tells me to.
Okay, ready? Right.
I will spend hours upon hours looking for stuff. And then he finds it within 30 seconds. It makes me so mad. This must have like some superpower that he can like find things. No. My eyes are the same as your eyes. So you close your eyes to sleep, which means I need to close my eyes to sleep because my eyes need to like rest just like the rest of my body. They need to like cool down and not cool down, just like end their cycle of no. So yeah, over time I've had to get like new canes a lot because I grow taller. And every time I leave one, it's such a sad occasion. I'm like, oh, I have to leave my cane. I've had so many good memories with that cane. Like you, baby cane, you helped me countless times, when I was on the playground, not to bump into the slides and stuff. I'm so gracious. I'll never forget you, baby cane. Goodbye. So those were just some fun moments of Convos with Julia over the past 10 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions you would like to ask, just leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them in an upcoming video. See ya!